Coming up on Murrow News 8, a local internet sensation has been arrested yet again. Who it is, up next.
And a wild animal was found in downtown Pullman with rabies. We'll tell you what healthcare providers had to say about it. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
I'm Cassidy Collins.
And I'm Peyton Yeager.
The University of Washington student that police say shot the WSU football player has been sent back to Pullman. Ja'Cory Buchanan, who was taken into custody by Seattle police Tuesday, arrived back on the Palouse, where he will face assault charges in Whitman County Court for the incident.
Following up on the elusive man patrolling Greek Row, McLovin, or Lee Purser Frost, was arrested last night according to police logs for criminal trespass in the second degree and disorderly conduct. According to Pullman Police, they have received 68 calls since April about Purser Frost. We have more information on exactly what happened and where with our reporter, Cooper. Hey, Cooper, what happened?
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm here in Moscow, Idaho, outside of the Garden Lounge, where there was an incident last night where Lee Purser Frost was actually hitting these windows and yelling obscenities like swear words at bar attendees and staff. Now, I talked to Moscow Police Chief Anthony Dollinger, who told me that this incident was one of just a few that they've had, not nearly as many as Pullman, but he did say that police did come and arrest him later that evening on part of disturbing the peace. But so far, Lee Purser Frost has been an issue in both Pullman and Moscow. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Cooper. Austin Dawson, a 26-year-old Moscow man, was injured in a fight on the University of Idaho's Greek Row Wednesday night. Dawson is a DoorDash employee who was delivering food when the incident occurred. Dawson is being kept in a medically induced coma, and the doctors say he is stable. The police have not filed charges yet, but Dawson's family is advocating for action to be taken.
The Latah County Sheriff's Office lifted the Be Ready to Evacuate order for the White Pine Fire. The containment of the fire has been brought up to 81%, and the fire is still over 1,000 acres. The U.S. Forest Service has spent over $15.5 million fighting the fire.
This past weekend, a bat was found in downtown Pullman that tested positive with rabies. The Whitman County Public Health Department is advising anyone who came into contact with wild animals, dead or alive, in the last month to contact their health providers.
The Palouse Conservation District is seeking help regarding a new water quality community science program. Volunteers of this Confluence crew will once monthly help gather data across 20 sites throughout the Palouse River watershed. Training sessions will be held Saturday, September 27th and Saturday, October 4th. Equipment is provided and no experience is needed.
When game day comes, so do the crowds. Our reporter Augustus Marceau went out and spoke with the community about businesses on game day.
Cougar Game Day brings in a lot of folks. Martin Stadium can hold about 35,000 people, and every home game, many Cougar fans come from wherever they ended up, back to the Palouse. With that massive influx of people comes spending. Lots and lots of spending. Now, some are like Chloe.
We spent a couple hundred on merch, and we went to Ferdinand's, probably about $30 at Ferdinand's, and then we're going to the Cougs, so a couple beers, and then probably some more beers in the stadium.
But others are like Albert, spending money in the town.
Everybody like myself is spending at least a couple grand, at least $2,000.
Unsurprisingly, the restaurants get a boost in profits as people roll into town. But when game day isn't happening, a weekend in downtown Pullman looks a little empty. Sandy Castle Del Conte is the owner of Bruised Books in the heart of downtown Pullman.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. There's always stuff happening here.
But even she notices a difference.
These First Down Fridays that we've had a couple of those. Those have definitely helped our foot traffic, and it's the first time we've stayed open later. So I stayed open till 8:30. My gosh, an extra 2.5 hours. So that helped. Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that Pullman does bad when it comes to downtown business. In fact, Sandy doesn't even advertise anymore when there's a Cougar Game Day. But when there's only about 6 to 8 weeks where people roll back into town, there's not a lot of opportunities for money to come back into Pullman.
It's money well spent, but I'm only doing it really once a year because I live in California.
While businesses can remain open all year round, the few weekends visitors arrive play a large role in keeping them and the Pullman economy alive. and it helps them get to new milestones.
Fantasy author and #1 New York Times bestseller Travis Baldry's coming to town November 4th and 5th.
In Pullman, Augustus Marceau, Murrow News 8.
ASWSU has now confirmed new senators into their seats. They elected 1 new all-campus senator and 2 freshman delegates. Senate went into 4 separate private executive sessions and multiple revotes for the freshman delegate positions. The Senate decided to elect God Trust Irani as an all-campus senator and filled the 2 freshman delegate seats with Parker Casey and Allison Higgins.
President Trump has signed an executive order letting a popular social media company remain in the United States. What that platform is, up next.
And WSU is introducing more testing for STIs. Our reporter Tyler Colbass has more information after the break.
In a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. WSU has introduced more rapid STI testing. Our reporter Tyler Colbass got more details.
Getting tested for STIs used to mean waiting days, but now here at Washington State in this health building behind me, you can get your result within the same day. Health experts saying this could be a huge jump for convenience and safety.
The rise in STI cases isn't just a national issue, it's a local one. Look at this chart. Chlamydia rates over the last 15 years. While cases across the U.S. and Washington State have increased gradually, look at Whitman County. Look at that spike, reaching nearly double the state average at times. Health officials saying that's why access to testing, especially for students, is more important now than ever. I spoke with a WSU student who just recently got tested and told us why it's important for everyone to get tested as well.
Yeah, getting tested for an STI is something that I do monthly. I think it's something that if you're gonna sleep with different people, especially on a college campus when the culture is normalized, not to say, I just think that it's better be safe than sorry.
With this new form of rapid testing now available for all students, it is encouraged for everybody to get tested and to stay safe.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I do it monthly, but it doesn't need to be the same for everyone. But I think it's good just for your safe and everyone else's sake.
Tyler Colbass from Pullman, Washington.
A new TikTok executive order was signed by Donald Trump yesterday. This order will allow for TikTok to continue operating in the U.S. Trump says that this is to ensure TikTok meets national security concerns. The app's estimated value is at $14 billion. A number of American investors will be buying the app. The most notable names being Oracle, Michael Dell, and Rupert Murdoch.
The Palouse Discovery Science Center has invited Schweitzer engineering families to a family science night. It is tonight from 6 to 8. It will feature exhibits, demonstrations, and other fun activities.
The Kenworthy Performing Arts Center got a new coat of paint. Our reporter Norma Fulweiler shows exactly what the changes are.
A beloved business in downtown Moscow has finally gotten a much-needed facelift. I am just outside the Kenworthy Performing Arts Center in Moscow, Idaho. This historic theater has just approved a $200,000 renovation in partnership with the Idaho Heritage Trust to remodel its historic marquee. This multi-year project included using specialized engineers and traditional neon gas in the bulbs. Now, some of you might not know what a marquee is. I didn't know what it was either, but you've probably seen one and just didn't know it. In fact, I'm standing right underneath it. At the relighting ceremony this past Sunday, I was able to speak with past and present employees and volunteers to discuss what remodeling this historic marquee means to them.
All right, let's cut that ribbon.
This is Jamie Hill, who worked as the operations manager for the Kenworthy for 8 years before leaving the position in 2021.
Renovating the interior of the building, those millions of dollars had to come first, unfortunately, just logically. And so finally being able to be in a healthy space and then have the grants and support to get this done is just so incredibly exciting.
Kimberly Manoir, the granddaughter of the original owner of the theater, discussed with me why it was so important to the Kenworthy community to restore this marquee to its former glory.
Well, this was my grandfather's main theater, and this marquee was his vision. And it was renovated in the 1940s. That's when the tile went on to the brick original facade. And neon is original to the structure. And we are Idaho Heritage and Historical Society. We want to maintain that history and accuracy.
Though the Kenworthy is known for showing classic and silent films, its brand new exterior will dazzle audiences for years to come.
Well, there's some musical artists coming to town this weekend.
And what will the weather be looking like for the event? Up next.
Days, months,
Hey, I'm Jim from across the street.
years,
I'd like to give you this.
a lifetime can rush by without realizing what we're missing. But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a choice to take action. Visit maketheconnection.net to find out more.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
With the Cougs in Colorado this weekend, you're definitely looking for some entertainment. For only $15, you can hit up the Morgan Brothers concert at the Damon Barn Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. The venue opens at 6 p.m. and will have food, beer, and wine for purchase. Matthew, speaking of this wonderful weekend, how's the weather looking? I know there's some wind gusts maybe in the future.
Yeah, Cassidy, thank you. So gusts of wind, we're looking up to 45 miles per hour yesterday. Today is only going to be about 25 miles an hour, so definitely not as bad as yesterday, but if you're going to be outside, maybe throw on a jacket or something to stay warm. Also, if you're driving around, make sure you're looking out for sticks and debris that might be on the road. Don't want to run any over and ruin the underside of your car. Could be a big bill from the mechanic. But looking at the weather for today, we're going to have high of 67 and a low of 48. Tomorrow it's going to be a high of 78 and a low of 49. So it's definitely starting to cool off a little bit, not as bad, but you know, enjoy the sunshine while we can because it's just going to get worse from here. And then we're looking at the map for the state. Over on the west side, it's definitely a little cloudy, but still in the 70s, so it's looking pretty nice. If we go to the middle of the state in Yakima and Tri-Cities, relatively the same, but they do got some sunshine compared to the west side. And then you're fine looking over at the east side of the state in Pullman and Spokane. We're looking about just the same, just in the 70s, but we still got some sun out there, which is pretty nice. Moving on to the 5-day forecast. Saturday, like I said, 78, low 49, and then Sunday could be the hottest day we have for the rest of the year. It's looking pretty bad there. And then Monday we got rain, Tuesday we got rain, and then Wednesday we got rain. All just getting lower and lower. You can see at night it starts to get really cold. So in the mornings and at night, maybe make sure you throw on a jacket or something to stay cold or stay warm. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, thanks, Matthew. It sounds crazy for the weather. It's been a wild few days for Seattle sports, starting with the Seahawks with a show to end the game. We'll tell you how that happened up next.
And it seems like every day the Mariners do something that hasn't been accomplished in decades. We'll let you know what feat they accomplished this time, coming up on Murrow News 8 Sports.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
Hi, I'm Kaya Bonilla with sports. Seattle fans, rejoice. Your Seattle Mariners are the All-West champions for the first time since 2001. After the Tigers beat the Guardians last night, the Mariners have officially secured a first-round bye in the playoffs. The job's not finished, though, with Cal Raleigh saying we got more work to do.
Last question for you, because, I think last night what I kept hearing from everybody on this team was we got more work to do, and it seems like this team was just even more focused tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people heard what I said last night, might as well win the whole thing.
Well, the Seahawks are looking forward to a relaxing weekend coming off a close 23-20 win over the Arizona Cardinals on Thursday Night Football. It all came down to the last second 52-yard field goal by Jason Myers, which veers just a little bit before sneaking in. The Seahawks are now 3-1 and will host the undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers next weekend. Staying on the NFL, if you're trying to sleep in on Sunday, hopefully you aren't a Vikings or Steelers fan, as their game is in Dublin and starts at 6:30 a.m. Skipping over to the night game, the Packers go to Dallas in the return of Micah Parsons. Coach Jimmy Rogers announced that Zevi Akers will be the starting QB going forward. Let's see what students have to think about it.
I mean, when I saw Zevi was starter, honestly, I was pretty happy. I initially thought he would fare better against UW's defense. Obviously, that didn't fare out as well come the fourth quarter, but initially I was pretty happy about it.
It's about time.
I love Zevi.
Zevi Akers is my GOAT.
WSU men's golf has done pretty well so far. Reporter Levi Coover was able to drive some information about their success out of them.
The WSU men's golf team is off to a hot start in 2025. The team recently won the Palouse Invitational Tournament on September 10th and set the program record with the lowest combined three-round score in WSU history. I spoke with head coach Dustin White to see how the coach reacted to the big win and find out how he's led this team from being among the worst in the Pac-12 to the best win in school history.
Great. I mean, it's always nice to play at home. I told somebody that I think the expectations sometimes might be harder to deal with because you are at home. You feel like you should do well, you feel like you should win, but in golf there's just so many variables you don't ever know for certain. But the guys went out and played hard, and at the end of 54 holes, it was good enough, and they set a record in the process, so it was pretty cool.
Now, speaking of home field advantages, the Palouse Ridge Golf Course is one of the most unique places to play in the country. Just look at this win. The open, rolling hills of the Palouse makes this one of the windiest places to play golf in the Pacific Northwest. It gives the Cougars a unique advantage as they get to practice here every week. That doesn't mean it's easy for the Cougs. The course is still difficult, and wind patterns can be unpredictable. But at least they know what to expect, unlike their opponents who don't know what they're walking into. The team's combined score at the Palouse Invitational was 45 under par. They were led by sophomore Dylan Burcham, who shot 15 below par and won his first collegiate tournament. Junior Ben Borgita also played well, shooting 7 under par and finishing in 13th place. I asked Borgita about the team's progression throughout his time at Wazoo.
I think probably some has to do with the coaching. I think Dustin and Derek and Kevin Tucker as well have really set the standard about how to compete like a gentleman and be a Coug at heart. And I also think the recruiting and the caliber of player that has come into WSU, we have so much talent on this team and on the teams that I've been here, and I think it's sort of shifted from a sort of a school maybe has had a little less focus on high performance golf to now we work with a sports psychologist and we have specific training, and so I think all those factors contribute.
WSU's golf will now look to build on its momentum throughout the season. I'm Levi Coover, reporting for Murrow News.
Now let's head to the lower soccer field for the first game of the WCC conference play against the Seattle U Redhawks. 4th minute here, Abigail Sedal gets a pass and slots it in off the corner post as the Cougs strike early. Up 1-0, fast forward to the 25th minute where Audrey Shackelford makes a beautiful turn, and then she's going to split the defenders and slot it in to the right corner with the left. Then Isabel Wright is going to get tripped in the box here, and redshirt freshman Kira Mitchell is going to step it up and sink it to make it in the 3-0 in the 43rd minute. And the goals kept coming. With a Wright assist to Journey Middleborn, the Cougs gave up a few goals in the second half with a final score of 4-2. Here is Coach Schollenberger after the game.
Clearly, we were the better team. The score doesn't necessarily have to dictate that, but we were the better team tonight. And heck, we haven't scored 4 goals all year in one game. So I'll take the 2 away. And the older kids who were involved, they know their lesson. And like I said, we're 1-0, so let's go.
The Cougars will be back at Lower Soccer Field to play Santa Clara tomorrow at 7 p.m. The tennis team is hosting their only home tournament of the season this weekend. The Cougar Classic will start today and run through tomorrow. We are hosting 6 teams: Eastern Washington, Gonzaga, Idaho, Lewis-Clark State, Montana, and Portland. The Cougars will have 2 players competing: sophomore Martina Pavil and junior Zaylee Morris. WSU Cross Country is on the road today. They will be testing their limits at the Gans Creek Classic in Columbia, Missouri. The women's team will compete at 9 a.m. Central Time, and the men will compete at 9:45 a.m. Central Time. Boots and Bowler, WSU Women's Volleyball encouraged everyone to come in their best Western gear. They kicked off the WCC play last night against San Fran, where they took a 3-0 win in Bowler Gym. The Cougs were rolling with kills from 6 different players as they handled business. The Cougs will take on Santa Clara tomorrow in Bowler Gym again as they look to stay strong to open WCC play. Pullman High School has been on a tear recently, winning against East Valley 25-14, 25-7, and 25-3. The Greyhounds led by Camber Wolf with 25 assists and Jasmine Washington with 12 kills and 7 aces. Moved to 6-1 overall and an undefeated 4-0 in 2A Greater Spokane League play.
There is a specific location in Pullman selling some vintage items. Ooh, we'll figure out what up next. Pullman vintage.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, with early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Pullman Vintage Market has brought in retro jackets and classic tees. Would you all consider going and grabbing some things? I think I would, but Peyton, how about you? Got some information on some posters.
Yeah, are your walls a little bare? If so, go check out the last poster sale of the school year. The poster sale is in the Terrell Mall and will be there till 6. Have you guys checked it out yet?
I don't think I've ever seen the poster. I haven't ever gone into the tent, but I know there were some boys my freshman year who stole a lot of posters from that specific poster store. But yeah, so crazy stuff there. Wow. What about you guys?
My freshman year, I bought a couple, and I still got them today. They're pretty cool, not gonna lie.
Awesome. Thank you so much for watching Murrow News 8. Goodbye.